Boss land today, baby. I knew that
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's get it. Shout out to everybody rocking, man. Shout out to Mr. Jameson Taylor, Joe Trenchino, Patrice Langford in the building, Jay Lombard in the building. There's my Iron Man, Toxic Tom. You understand? We in the building. This Boss Land, man, on a Thursday. Y'all know how that go. Let's get it. Shout out to everybody, man. We in the building with it. You know we got Mr. Boss Cowboy himself in the building, man. What's happening with you today, sir?
Man, let's go.
Yes, sir.
Doing good, Landlord, man. Feeling good, Billy Ray.
Absolutely, absolutely. Shout out to Big Dal 8604. You understand? We in the building with it, man. Sorry for the delay, but you know, better late than never. We got Miss Gina L. Chase in here, Common Sense Lab. You understand? We in here, man. But we finna go ahead and crank this thing on up. You understand? Let's get it.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
Let's go.
Welcome to Boss Land, man. Welcome to Boss Land. Welcome to Boss Land. What's happening with you?
Man, vibe is always so good, man. Like that vibe, that intro vibe is just like, I mean,
it's just chill, ain't it? It's chill, ain't it?
It's so Southern playlistic.
It make you turn your cool on. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, though, man? I know y'all had such a great run on these interviews over there at Boss Cowboy Sports, man. So shout out to y'all. Y'all going crazy over there. So, man, let's talk about the one y'all just did yesterday with Mr. Clarence Hill, Chill Hill himself. What y'all got going on, man?
No, it was very, very interesting. I just want to kind of start off with what one of the main things that he dropped. I don't know if people picked it up, but it was exclusive that he said that he talked to Stephen Jones directly, and that they really have real strong, aggressive plans to feature Luke Hunter. You know, it's just what it is. So, and I think he was fair about it. I like the way that he explained it. It just made sense. It's a plan, right? But he was like, they also had a plan for Jalen Tolbert that was a bad plan last year. You know, the plan this year is better, right? They simplified the offense for Jalen, right? Versus they threw him into too much of a complicated system last year. So the plan is right now, it looks like one of the major plans is to be very aggressive about Hunter with the first team.
First team reps for Mr. Hunter Luke, huh? That what you telling me?
That's from Stephen Jones.
Oh,
from Stephen Jones. And see, that puts another dimension on it. What's up, Miss Lockhart? But that puts another dimension on it. When I hear that he heard that from Stephen Jones directly, and that came from the interview that we had on the Final Word yesterday with Clarence Hill, I can feel good about that, but then I could also feel bad about that. Because it's almost like, and I was thinking to myself, and I actually asked Clarence this. It's one of those things to where I don't feel that Mike McCarthy is getting a fair shake.
Facts. You know, I said the same thing. Go ahead and speak on it then, boss. Speak on it. Because I said the same exact thing, sir.
I don't think he getting a fair shake, man, because like I know, and we heard him very strong and aggressive about the identity of this offense, and Clarence Hill said that he did think that that he was referring to closing out games. At the same time, I thought about it later, and I remember Mike McCarthy did have a magic number that he want to see out of us, and he specifically said 30. So Clarence Hill said, I don't think it's where he want to have 30 touches a game, but then it's like, actually he did say that we have a winning formula, and I don't see us changing that. And he was talking about the run identity, and he was talking about having about 30 attempts a game. So when I'm looking at an undrafted free agent being somebody that's, you know, and I know a lot of people have faith in it. At the same time, let's just be honest. Who did the Dallas Cowboys cater to in the drafts and the free agencies? Dan Quinn.
Yep.
The head man never really got what he wanted since he been here.
Facts.
He wanted to have a Texas coast, West Coast. The day he walked in, he was forced into an option routes. He wanted to run a damn ball, but did we prioritize guard in the draft? No.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And when I'm putting all these interviews together, and I'm thinking about and I'm mixing it all together. I'm putting all the gumbo, I'm putting all the sugar in the water and the Kool-Aid. I'm mixing it right.
Yeah.
And I heard Cal Yeoman say that they passed on a lot of backs that they was high on as power backs.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Go ahead. Because it makes no sense. Like I said, we got lightning on lightning right now. You know what I'm saying? With no thunder. But go ahead.
Yeah, and for you to have power backs as a priority in your draft, that's also saying that you saw power back as a priority in your need.
Mm-hmm.
But yet we kind of sitting here with Jones and Hunter. You know, it's going to be responsible though for Ronald Jones and Hunter Luki to get their first crack at it.
Yeah.
Because that's responsible. That's budget responsible. You want to first kind of see if we can have a complement to a Zeke or Power with the guys that we have. But I do have problems with that though, because the history of Stephen Jones is bad when it comes down to betting on his guys, right? Because we looking at kind of some stuff right now that don't even look right. Like when we look at that we brought in Chuma, but who have they been rolling out there to get all the first team reps? They've been putting in the draft guys. They even took a tackle and converted him to left guard versus giving Chuma his shake. Does that make any sense? It
don't make no sense, and you picked him up in free agency. That's crazy.
So when you think about Stephen Jones literally saying we have a plan for Hunter, I don't feel good about it. And it's not that.
Wait a minute. Is it because it's Stephen Jones playing? That's what the problem. If it was somebody else playing, you'll have a lot more faith. But Stephen playing, you saying no, sir, it's gonna be trash. That was
I'm not gonna say it's trash. I would say that I'm concerned because to me he has too much of a habit of forcing his guys on the field.
Mm-hmm.
So we did a side-by-side last year of Avion Collins versus Ball. 2 years in a row, we did the same side-by-side where we showed every pass play, every run play.
Mm-hmm.
And we voted, like we put out a poll, 100% of everybody who watched the breakdown, pass pro and run blocking, 100% of everybody said that Avion was clearly better.
That's big time.
Trap.
Hey man, you can't get the people, not the whole collective people with the wee woo. You might be able to wee woo a couple people, but not the whole. Not the whole. That's why voting. That's why voting is so important. That's why participation is so important. Absolutely.
Yeah, the whole Landlord. And see, you do content, and I know me and you put out polls. We put out different feelers to see what the community is thinking, right?
Yeah.
So you know that you can't put out a poll that say on a blue day, a sky blue day, you can't put out the Cowboy fans and say the sky's blue today.
You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be one that's gonna say no, it's pink.
Nah, bro. Everybody ain't gonna go with the wee woo, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shout out to
100% to have 100%. Go ahead.
This real quick. Shout out to Q Dog with the $5 super. He says, I like Clarence Hill, but he had some wee woo when he talked about the O-line being bad last year, that Mike McCarthy running the ball 30 times a game.
And that's what I was talking about, is that like he does want to run the ball. Literally, he said 30 times a game. Like, you know me, I'm a receipt king. I can literally go pull the receipt.
You ain't playing with the receipts. Hey, don't nobody do that detail work better than Boss, though. I give you that one.
Man, I literally could pull a receipt in 5 minutes, of him literally saying that the exact interview.
Mm-hmm.
So in terms of the identity thing, it's like, and I'm just being honest, I'm not trying to like give y'all bad news. I'm just looking at this in real eyes, and there's no way, in my opinion, to look at this in real eyes and not see Mike McCarthy already starting the season at a disadvantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like for instance, so we just talked about Hunter Lukey being the answer, which could work. It could work. I'm not counting that out. I got to see it first, but it could work. But then you add on top of that the obvious musical chairs and issues going on at the offensive line. So you, as the head coach who want to run the ball, mostly also to control the clock, manage games, and rest your D, are starting the season in a place that's not even ideal for the vision that you have. The person that they made sure has an idea, because think of it like this.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we haven't acquired a DT in years in a priority round,
Mm-hmm.
we sure made sure we did that for Dan Quinn, didn't we?
Absolutely. You know DQ get his way. I love it though. I love it.
Dan Quinn got his way, and I do love it.
Yeah.
At the same time, there's a certain order to things.
Yeah.
And I'm being honest, the order is corporately kind of weird to me with the Cowboys.
It is.
Because they have a tendency to honor subordinates over the captain.
The head guy. You said something, man. That's not. I said the same thing. That's not typical the way an organization is ran. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even understand how Kellen Moore got priority over Mike McCarthy. That's all the way hogwash already. So I don't even understand how you even start off like that. So, like I said, to a certain degree, Mike McCarthy had to agree to it. But I'm telling you, I don't think he would have got the job, though. I don't think he would have got the job. If he, I'm just being real.
No, he wouldn't have got the job. If he went up there and said, nah, I ain't doing no Kellen Moore. Y'all want to put that on?
Bro, if he would have went in there with a stern stand on that already, that wouldn't have went well for him. See, that's what I'm telling you. You got to realize who Mike McCarthy is and how he had to navigate this. You know what I'm saying? He had to finagle his way in the building first, then get his way. You know what I'm saying? That's why I look at Mike McCarthy as Big Mike Soprano, because he got in there and then he established himself as a done and got Kellen Moore whacked. That's what he did. You know what I'm saying?
He got him whacked.
He got that boy whacked, man. So I think he deserve a lot more credit for that, man, because I don't know too many people who would have been able to do this gracefully. Like, I feel like Mike McCarthy pulled something real clean off, boss. I really do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I got somebody over there said they gave Kellen and Quinn the over Big Mike. They did. Yeah. They really did. Like, and obviously we all know Quinn deserves it. So we not knocking Quinn when we say that, but it's almost like, just from a coach's standpoint, like how many times you go unsully and cut your head coach. Your head coach was saying that we want to run the damn ball. Your head coach.
Hold on, wait a minute, boss. Did you just say unsully, man? Come on, man. They don't know what that means, boss. They don't know what that means, man.
Yeah, that's unsully real. So let me. You right.
Let them know what unsully mean, man. What did they do to Mike McCarthy at the beginning, man?
Unsully, and I got that from Law, because we was, doing a metaphor with Mike with the Game of Thrones. So in the Game of Thrones, good movie. If y'all ain't watched that yet, y'all tripping.
Game of Thrones is legendary, man.
Oh my, legendary! All right, so
yeah,
there was an army called the Army of the Unsullied. So they was basically like a mercenary group to where you hired them for war, right?
That's it.
And so they was, yeah. So they want to make sure that their minds is always on war and ready for war. So what they would do is they would cut them from their youth so that they wouldn't have any desires for women. They just wanted them as warriors.
They was born to fight and die. That's what they was born.
They was only born to fight and die. So they cut them.
Them boy was made to win, made warriors. They was designed warriors. That's what they was.
Design warriors, but when we say unsullied, they had to be cut. They had their private parts cut. So when I say that's what happened with Mike McCarthy, they keep unsullying him. Like, and I'm just being honest. It's like, how can you have a vision that I want to protect my defense by running the ball, but there's epic question marks starting the season at the running back, especially on where he needs the most. If you want to control clock, You gotta have a priority as somebody that's a power back that can close out games, right? Or start with a certain type of mentality. Like that should be a priority.
Especially if you talking about you want to run the damn ball. You can't run the damn ball in a non-physical way. You know what I'm saying? You can't have that in the forefront. If that's your mentality, your back gotta look like he want to run the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, that mentality that we just went over, that's a mentality like of dominance. That's a mentality of physically breaking somebody down. And we don't have them styles of backs. Like, we just don't. That's a whole mindset. That's the one thing that you got to give Zeke, bro. Zeke the type of back that's finna wear you down. It's a long day at the park trying to tackle Ezekiel Elliott, man. It is. It's a long day at the park, bro. You better pack a lunch trying to tackle Zeke. And you best believe them DBs feel that, too. They feel it. You know what I'm saying?
And a lot of people, that's what they don't discuss. Like, when they discuss... Like when people discuss Zeke, they talk like averages and stuff. It's come on, man. It's like obviously averages are important, but you have to look bigger than that. You got to look at the situations he was used in, because I guarantee if you switch roles, Pollard average would be worse. If you had Pollard doing the short yardage downs, if you had Pollard doing the tough situations, he wouldn't have it as high as an average. But the fact that they had him as a change of pace, his average was higher. And then most people don't even look at this fact when they trying to use average as a case. Most people don't even look at the fact that mostly the change of base number 2 backs always average more than the number 1 back.
Yeah.
You'll see, do anybody peep that? Because see, Barbara, Felix Jones had a way better average than Barbara. Way better.
And we bit that we went and fell for that bait too. That's what the whole we bit that. Cause you know, when we seen Felix over there cutting up like that, we like, hey, let's see what he can do by himself. And you know, it didn't work out that well. Yeah, it didn't work out that well. You know what I'm saying?
So like Randall had a way better average than Murray. Way better. But see, they only talk about averages when it comes down to Zeke and Pollard. Nobody talking about situational football. Most people just ignore the fact that he was playing hurt. Like they just ignore that. They just throw that out like he just been wearing down. It's like, no, there's a difference between wearing down and playing hurt. It's a totally different thing. So I just think it's not enough common sense right now kind of going around about Zeke. To me, it needs to be like really, and I wasn't even talking about Zeke. Since we own Zeke, you want to talk about that real quick?
Go ahead. Let's get it. Cause I see some, some interesting opinions in the chat, so they probably want to discuss it for a minute.
Okay, so I say this because some stuff came out with Zeke. Clarence Hill came out the door and was like, "Nah, man, that Zeke thing is not real. It's Jerry Jones being Jerry, where basically he using the Odell Beckham situation." To where he go talk about it because it's go generate publicity, right? So obviously I saw a lot of people in the chat like, there it is, the man is spoken. But you got to keep in mind, that's why we put out there connecting the media and interview dots, because you got to connect all the dots.
Facts.
The example he used was the exact example that Michael Gehlken used in the reverse case.
Yeah.
It was the exact, because Michael Gehlken literally said just what he said in terms of Odell Beckham. He said that Odell Beckham, we knew that was not a real thing, and the only person that was talking about that was Jerry, and Jerry does that. But he said, for me working my back channels, right? He said that there is a sincere interest in Ezekiel Elliott in the building, so I wouldn't treat this like the Odell Beckham. I would close the door on Ezekiel Elliott once it's closed. Once it's officially closed where he signs with another team. He said, because of my back channel.
Yeah, he working his own channels because everybody got their own references. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing. And that's why you got to come to Boss Land where we can kind of break this down.
Yeah.
So this is what's going on. This is the best analogy I can say. It's almost like rumors that can happen in a high school. The people that actually have the best sources is going to give you the best accurate story. So let's say if it was a fight, right? And your sources is telling you about the fight, but they telling you about the fight from somebody that they see the fight. So your source is secondhand. My source might be somebody, or I actually saw the fight, or the person actually saw the fight.
Yeah.
So who go give you better, more accurate information? The person who saw the fight, or the person who heard the fight and telling you about what they heard from somebody who saw the fight?
Facts. Yeah.
The one who saw the fight. So, like, think of it like high school. Everybody working the halls. Michael Gelkin is in the halls of the Dallas Cowboys star in Frisco. So is Clarence Hill. All of them have their sources.
So
all
is
of them have their
Aisha.
different networks.
Yeah.
Aisha. Every
Yeah.
one of them got their own sources of people they can bump into in that building and then ask questions. So this is, to me, how to interpret the Zeke situation, especially when you have two very good insiders saying polarizing different things.
Mm-hmm.
What that says to me, that we gotta wait and see. Trust both of them though.
Yeah.
This is what I mean by that. Clarence is not lying when he say that he ain't heard nothing in the building, but it depends on who he been talking to.
Facts.
Right?
Yeah.
Gelkin is not lying when he say when he worked his back channels, he heard real interest. Why? Because let's just, and I'm just throwing this out here just so that people can kind of connect these dots.
Yeah.
So let's just say Gelkin actually talked to Mike McCarthy, right?
Yeah.
And Mike McCarthy really laid on him the real sauce. But then let's say Clarence Hill talked to Stephen Jones, but Stephen Jones more so trying to keep it hush on what they trying to do with Zeke.
Yeah.
Clarence heard it true from Stephen Jones, a good source.
Yeah.
But the source was being deceptive to him, so he just reported what the source gave him. So, not insulting Clarence when I say this, don't take this metaphor wrong. But in my example, what I'm saying is it could be sometimes what happened with these guys is it's trash in, so they go present trash out.
Yeah.
It don't mean they not present what they was told. They sometimes are presenting trash, and sometimes unknowingly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, when they knowingly present trash, what they call that in the media is carrying somebody's water. So it's like you're a messenger. So you the one that's out there to do the hit job.
Yeah.
You know?
The hit piece.
And I don't believe Michael Gelkin or Clarence Hill are water boys.
Nah. They too heavy with that.
Too heavy. Too connected. Yeah, they too connected.
That just like you said though, the conflicting reports, that don't mean that one is right and one is wrong. That just means some people getting a little more in-depth details from one source and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? And it depends on how close they are to know exactly if it's real or fake. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
I think it should be the door still open for Zeke, man. Cause like, to be honest, I was one of the first people, like when it first happened, I kind of, to be real, I thought it was about time for Zeke to leave. I did, cause I felt like he was a little sluggish in the way he was running. But then now, when we didn't address running back, that changed my whole idea. I'm like, well, if we didn't get no real running back, it probably is time to bring Zeke back. Like, so I'm thinking in this deep running back draft that we was going to address it for real. We kind of didn't. We looked like we was addressing the replacement of Tony Pollard in the future. That's what that looked like with Deuce Vaughn to me. It looks like Tony might be a 1-year rental, and they going to carry it in with Deuce Vaughn to take over the role after a while. So they didn't do anything to substitute for a real lead back. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Now I'm looking at it like maybe we should call Zeke back. That's why I say that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it makes sense. Like, and see, I think the way that you went about it is completely fair.
Yeah.
And that's honestly how I went about it too, man. When I saw this draft class, I said initially we don't need Zeke. It's just too many backs. Like Zeke, this is Zeke's end. But then I started really looking at the real details of what Zeke was doing, and I started kind of growing on him. But then it grew higher when I really looked into the background of Brian Schottenheimer and his utilization of fullbacks, the way that he has a certain type of power runner, which fits Zeke perfectly, right? And when I started looking at the fact that the Cowboys, and this also broke this week from Cal Yeoman, that they were super high and focused on power backs in the draft.
But they didn't get one though.
But they didn't get.
That's crazy.
If you didn't get them, that meant that insurance had to be high on your list, you know?
Yeah,
high
true.
on your list, and that to me makes
That's a good
Zeke
point.
that insurance.
That's a good
That
point. Cause
makes Zeke that
that's the
insurance.
only way you can operate like that. If a power back was a priority and you didn't get one, you had to be like, well, we got Zeke just waiting up in the background. That's the only way you could
Right.
think like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's
If
the only
those
way.
reports are
Yeah.
true that they actually prioritized the power back and then they didn't aggressively pursue one, like what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like that don't make sense
Right.
at all. So of course they
Yeah.
probably looking like they had that bird in the bush over there with Ezekiel Elliott, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And it makes sense. It makes sense for all parties to do it that way. Because if you really felt like Zeke had a chance, because see, this is the thing. We saw real quick in free agency that the running back market was just horrible on them. Horrible on running backs, right? So that told everybody we can wait. We can wait this out because the prices are low. We can just shop in the draft. We can take our time. We can even go into training camp and give these guys a real shot.
Yeah.
We can go out there and say, let's go see what Rojo can do. You got time now,
Yeah.
you know? So now let's go see what Hunter can do. Let's go see. Now, what they need to do is this though. They need to be honest in their evaluations and not move in a way to where they're forcing it. And that's why I'm honestly just really, I don't feel good that the source to Clarence Hill was Stephen Jones. I don't like that.
You know that's dollar bill right there. He ain't gonna tell you that right.
They don't catch the ball nothing.
Yeah, and I'm just being honest, man. It's one of those things. It's like we got to be honest. Like Stephen Jones has shown that he has such an affinity for those draft guys to where it is too much.
Yeah.
To where he will ignore common sense and better players just so he can try to get his draft guys out there.
He want to make himself right. Yeah.
Right. And it goes to what Will McClay said, because Will McClay said, and I quote, if we pick him, we gotta play him.
See that's alarming. That's alarming right there. That's alarming. To me, that's alarming.
Yeah, and so we are, and listen, it's right in your face.
Yeah.
It's right in your face. Like for instance, why would you not be concerned when you saw Fowler clearly outperform Armstrong and didn't get no uptick in his reps?
Man, that you know I've been screaming about that all year. But they'll say
why would you trust him to be? Go ahead.
I was just about to say they'll say that he can't play the run, and Darn's just incredible on the run or something. But I don't see that.
Yeah.
I don't see that on film.
Yeah.
I think he good.
Yeah, he good.
Yeah.
He good, but no. I'm being all the way honest.
I don't see that big
Fowler,
discrepancy between the two. That's what I'm saying. I don't see I'm talking about even in the run game. I don't see that.
Yeah, me neither. I don't see it in that either. I see Fowler was way more impactful with way less snaps. And it was clear from day one. It wasn't even something that had to wait till the end of the season to know that. It was clear on how Fowler was doing this thing in preseason. He was impacting every time. Like he was impactful, but what did they do? They put Armstrong on bubble wrap. Remember, they hardly even played him. Y'all remember that?
Y'all know Fowler athleticism is like on a whole nother level.
He was a top 5 pick.
Still at this old age, his athleticism is different. Real talk.
Man, Fowler raw.
Fowler
is raw.
That boy go hard.
He's healthy now.
Yeah.
He's healthy now. So when you look at the history of Stephen Jones, and you can even look at this guard stuff. Look what happened to Avion last year. Like, it's obvious. Like, go look at it.
Yeah.
Like,
that's politics right there. That's politics.
That's politics.
Yeah.
So when you hear Stephen Jones pretty much guarantee that they want to give Hunter, Lukey, his crack at it, don't think like, oh yeah, that's good. Think like, oh, here we go. Because you know
better be the best. Yeah.
That mean they go keep forcing it.
Yeah.
And it's exactly what they did last year. Like when we lost Terrence Steele, we all know who should have went in there. Avion should have went in there.
Yeah.
Who ended up going in there? Bob.
Wow.
What ended up happening? Caused the interception because he got beat. And when he got beat, that got hit on his arm as he was throwing the ball. Interception almost cost us the game. Right? And that should have never happened because the clearest guy from preseason that nobody was talking about was Avion. And it was clear. So it's one of those things to where running back and the vision of running back in the running game is just way too important for this politics stuff that look like it might be trying to rear its ugly head. And I'm talking about real politics. Because what I'm talking about is the real politics.
Yeah.
Like this is the real politics of what's going on. It was some other real politics too, according to Zeke and Pilot.
Yeah.
It was some politics on that. But that politic is definitely not the concern of trying to force an undrafted guy to be what a first round top 5 player was.
Yeah. It's weird that they do the politics stuff when they choose to, because like you would have thought they would have tried to force Tobin on us like last year if he wasn't ready. It seemed like they would have just been like, put him out there. But they at least was smart enough to not do that. You see what I'm saying? So it's like they selective in when they want to do that.
Yeah, and they are selective. I agree.
Yeah.
But I also still would call that politics. It was just different. It was a different type of politics. It was the politics, in my opinion, of putting the vision of Kellen Moore over the development of Tobin.
Yeah, because you got facts. That's, man, Boss be talking that talk. Boss be talking that talk, man. Say that one more time, because that's a great way to put it. Because look, I'm trying to figure out in my head, how do you prioritize Noah Brown over your 3rd round draft pick? How? Yeah, that's the reason why you said it. Say it one more time.
It was the politics of putting Kellen Moore over your 3rd round draft pick. Mm-hmm. And it was prioritizing Kellen Moore and his system. Because think about it. It was so much politics the real politics that was going on and the goofy politics was this. They picked Kellen Moore over Amari Cooper. Think about that.
That made me so sad, man. I almost had to push my sad button, man. But we gonna reserve that. Put that in the bag, you know.
So let's make the case on that. Because Schultz was super important to Kellen Moore's option routes.
Yeah.
So we waste the tag on him. Then Kellen Moore goes, we don't even re-sign Schultz for less. That lets you know that Schultz was a priority to Kellen and Amari was not. Do you have that bum button?
Yeah, because you remember we made the case that they try to prioritize the wrong things because of the way Kellen Moore ran his scheme. That got you, what can I say? It got you disrespecting better free agents when you should be prioritizing them. It's like Kellen tell you that I don't need no superstar wide receiver. When you sit up here got a chance to get one, you like, well, Kellen said he don't need one. We'll just get James Washington. Or we'll just get this person, because anybody can fit in Kellen's system and make it work. That changed the whole way you look at free agency. When you uphill prioritizing somebody's system over actual good players. I think that's a huge problem, man. That's terrible. That's terrible.
My boy Reggie J just said something. I want y'all to really listen to me when I explain this. My boy Reggie J just said, that's the main reason we don't need Zeke back, because of politics. All right. People are totally reading the politics on Zeke wrong, bro. It's actually backwards.
Yeah.
The politics totally switched against Zeke. Like, there's a narrative to where people really believe that there's a love that Jerry has for Zeke. That is not true, dog. All right. So from this standpoint, I showed this where Brian Brothers broke this down. All right. And he was on the Bitches Love Sports podcast. Okay. And he was saying
that's the name of it. You might have to let them know. That's the name of the podcast.
That's the name. So I want y'all to really think back what was really happening last year with Zeke.
Yeah.
Not this love thing that people saying that Jerry got for Zeke. Go think what they was really doing to Zeke. All right. What happened game 1 when Zeke was burning hot against Tampa?
Say what? What happened in Tampa?
Game when Zeke was burning hot, smashing Tampa last year.
Yeah. He was looking
They
good
stopped
at the
running the
beginning
ball.
of the year.
And they
Yeah.
totally stopped running the ball. Every time Zeke was hot and going, they stopped. Didn't y'all hear Brian Broaddus say that they gave Pollard 3 times in a row to try to get it in the end zone from the red zone? And they gave Zeke his crack on 4th down, and that's when they cracked it?
I remember that game. I don't remember who we was playing, but I remember that happening.
Minnesota.
It was Minnesota. Okay. I remember that. Tony just couldn't get it in. he couldn't. He didn't have enough power at the time.
That's politics against Zeke, not for Zeke. Come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. Because in the red zone, who always made more sense to be the power back?
Yeah.
But who was they keep trying to give first cracks to?
Last year. I give you that last year. Yeah.
That's what, but and I agree. The year before, I would say that it was some goofy stuff with Zeke.
Okay, we could come to agree because I'm finna give you a slight amount of pushback. Because whoever made that comment, I can see where they coming from because in the past, it was a little more like, bro, Zeke is calling dudes off the field, bro. Yeah. Okay. See, we keep it real in Boss Land, bro. We keep it real in Boss Land, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So like how can we watch a guy who's perfect for a power situation get the last cracks at it, but we somehow think there's politics on his side? No, they was clearly trying to phase Zeke out. That's clear. Like from last year. And Zeke himself came around and said himself that in 2021, if you go listen to his interview, he explained that he said before Pollard got here, I was getting 90% of the reps. So in my mind, I still had to be that guy. And he said he had to basically hit a switch in his brain that actually being a compliment to Pollard was better than being a lead back where you was going to be a workhorse back. And he starts saying, I also know this, that it was wearing me down towards the end of the season. I will go into the playoffs hurt.
Yeah.
And so if people say, yes, he wore down as time went on, that's true.
Yeah.
And he's saying that himself. He wears down as time went on, but that's also because he, at one time in his career, he was getting the majority of the snaps.
Yeah.
You know? So now as a compliment, so we talking real football, not no favorites and none of this.
Yeah.
This is real football. Both of those guys admitted, this is what people not gonna say. Pollard and Zeke admitted that sharing the load helped both of them.
Yeah, it did. They did. And then you think about it from the beginning, this gonna be a little off subject, but it's gonna come back full circle. You remember how Jerry was trying to put them against each other from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So now it just showed you what caliber of players and men they were to let that go and still have that kind of bond. And you never heard them talk down on each other either. So then you can come to an agreement like, I understand the value you bring and vice versa. So they needed to work together like that, man. So you're right.
They
like you said,
together like that.
It was good business on both ends. You help me, I help you.
Right. And see, my boy C. Burleson, he said something. He said they done with bell cow backs. That's why 49ers cut Trey Sermon for the 6th round, picked Elijah Mitchell. Who is they?
He talking about the league. I think he talking about the league.
Okay, if he talking about the league, listen, this is one thing that we got to stop doing as Cowboy fans. The standard of if you doing it right is not according to what the league is doing.
Yeah.
It's more so about what is the identity of your team, not the league. Like, so when people say it's a passing league, it's almost like we got to do what they do. See, if you go listen to what Mike said, who the Super Bowl winning coach for the Rams.
Yeah.
He said actually what's done happen is because it's been a passing league, it had also created a bunch of tweener linebackers. So your smarter teams are starting to revert back to heavy running game.
Mm-hmm.
Like Philly.
Yeah, because you got them light linebackers. Yeah.
You got them light linebackers. You know what I'm saying? So the league and what they do is not the standard. The league, it should be about what's the smartest way to attack the league, not the trend of the league. That's number one.
Facts.
But number two, C is right. C is right on this. The Dallas Cowboys are going away from a bell cow back, and it makes sense.
Yeah.
It does make sense. You know, so if anybody think that I'm saying, or that most people are saying, that we want Zeke to be a bell cow, no, we're not saying that. Well, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I'm saying, so there's no confusion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying this: Zeke healthy, or even Zeke unhealthy. Can I say that too?
Go ahead.
Because people tripping on that, like Zeke declined, and it's like, okay, let me tell y'all something. If you decline and you still give me 875 yards and 12 touchdowns, I'm gonna take your decline too.
I ain't lying. Hey, that's a lot of points though.
As a compliment,
yeah.
As a compliment back,
yeah.
Shit, I'm gonna take that. If that's the worst you gonna be for me,
yeah.
Say, Wade, I'm taking that. That's actually a good deal. But like C is right. Like the Cowboys have went to a compliment. He totally right. And the compliment is good. But let me say something that we should be open for too. I want to get your thoughts on this, Landlord.
Okay.
We also should be open to go back to a bell cow if that guy shows he deserves it.
Yeah. Yeah. I ain't opposed to it. Because like you just said, you don't supposed to go with the flow. You are the flow. If the flow of the NFL, like my boy Jay-Z, shout out to Hov, you know that my guy. But look, if the whole league is going small at linebacker, like you said, the way you counter that, the way you attack that is to go back to a bigger back. Because like I said, it's no walk in the park to tackle a running back like Zeke, bro. Especially, that's what I said. Y'all know we love our defense. But just imagine Dono going up against Zeke 10 plays in a row. Like, Dono might shock him a couple of times because Dono's just special to me. But if it have to keep happening, bro, Dono gonna start. He gonna start be like, look, bro.
Let's keep it real. Dono is gonna break on the first attempt with Zeke. Come on now.
Oh no, look, I like Dono, bro. Look, he a stinger, bro. He a stinger, bro. Look, Dono one of them that don't care, bro. He gonna have to learn his lesson. He gonna look. If he do it the first time, he gonna say bam, and then he might be thinking after that. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I like this though. I like this.
I gotta fight on this, dog. Like, hear me out.
Hey, we gotta figure out whose side everybody on after this. So let's see. I love Dono. I love Dono though.
Me too. But I'm gonna keep it real, cause see, your point is valid. Dono would test him. I agree.
Yeah.
Dono would test him. Cause I'm gonna give you an example, bro. I'm gonna give you a real story. I played with a guy. His name was Donald McCown. His real name, Donald McCown. We used to call him Hulk, right? Or we used to call him OU, right? One of the biggest killer safeties I ever played with in my life, and I played with some killers, right?
Yeah,
some downright killers, right?
All right.
So he playing with UT, and he going to guess who was in the backfield at that time?
Who?
Just take a guess. He got a Heisman.
Hey, from Houston.
From UT.
Oh, I can't think right now.
Ricky Williams.
Ah, man, yeah, Ricky. He was a dog,
so we know Ricky was a superpower back.
Man, that boy was so dope.
Right, superpower back.
Yeah.
And Zeke power and Rick power about on the same level in terms of just freak, right?
Shout out to my guy ATM, man. He said we got to get the lights up, man. Get the lights up for you, boy.
ATM, that's the homie.
Yeah.
So this is my boy. So I'm looking at his nose, and we all just chilling. We was drinking, and my partner say, "Man, what's wrong with your nose, man? Your nose big, right?"
Yeah.
And I look at him. I say, "Yeah, bro, your nose bent, right?"
Yeah.
And he said, "Yeah, man. Rick broke my nose." I said, "What?" He said, yeah. He said, "Yeah, man, Ricky broke my nose. Ricky Williams, he broke my nose." I said, "What y'all fight?" He said, "Nah, he not." They used to call me Slide.
Yeah.
He said, "Nah, Slide." And nah. He said, "Nah, bro." He said, "You know me, bro. I got tired of hearing how good he was, so I tested him." He said it was
got broke up.
A real killer safety though, you know, a killer, you know what I mean? And you know that mentality you play, but he said, "I got sick of hearing his name, so I tested him." He said, "Man, we was at practice. He was coming downhill, and he said, I'm finna kill him." And he came down. He said, you know me, Sly. He said, I tried to kill him. He said, I really tried. He said, but I woke up and my nose was I said all that to say.
Yeah.
Dunno, I know he got heart, bro, but physics is physics. Inertia is inertia, bro. Like, the bigger man gonna win.
He said physics is physics, bro. But look, though, you right. I give you that, bro. But I just, like I said, this my case. I done seen Dono knock down some tall trees too, though. Dono don't care, bro. He don't care. He gonna be just like your guy. If it's gonna happen, he gonna try it. He gonna try his best.
He gonna accept it. Yeah.
He gonna try his best. Dono is a striker, bro. I look at him like a Cobra or something. Man, when I see that boy on film, boy, Dono don't play. He gonna slither in there and strike you. So, okay, now look, we'll say this.
All right.
If Zeke is aware, I'll say that's different. If Zeke is aware, like if he see him coming, he might bounce off of him. But I'm telling you right now, if Zeke ain't focused, like see him coming, Dono might be able to strike him, bro. Yeah, he might be able to strike him like, hey.
That scenario, I get an answer. No. If Zeke don't see him, Dono gonna lay him out.
Like if he ain't just like running straight up at him. Yeah. So who y'all rocking with, chat? Cause I love this right here. I love this right here. Is y'all who go
super chat too?
Okay, who gonna win in the Zeke and the Dono debate? Head to head, I guess. I love it though. Yeah. Dono is undersized though. I get you.
Yeah. Hey, and then my boy Patrice said, talk your S, boss. Teach him 800 yards and more. Let us get that. Bring Zeke back. Yeah, I don't know how 875 yards and 12 touchdowns.
Wait a minute, talk so wild. Why you gotta be like that? He talking about some Zeke on KZ Dono. Man, chill out, man.
Trap. Hold on, wait.
He ain't gonna go that bad now, talk.
Wait. But Tariq trying to come at you, boy.
He coming at me?
No, he coming at me. That's my dog, though. Tariq say, Boss Cowboy, you know you my dog. How do you really feel about Zeke not coming back? I think that you heard a little bit last night to hear that. See, Tariq.
Do I gotta cue the sad music?
Yeah, I mean, you can, because I'm going to rock with it. Go for it. Hit the button. All right, so absolutely not. I'm definitely not hurt because I made the case earlier before you came in that it's sometimes trash in and trash out. Because exactly what Clarence Hill said is the exact opposite of Michael Gelkin with the exact same example. Mm-hmm. So, Tariq, my question is that it just make you happy to hear that. Because I think some of y'all want to be right on Zeke. This ain't got nothing to do with common sense no more. Yeah. Because at this point, it's like every little case has been broken down. Like, because me and Tariq was on the phone, and that's my dog. Yeah. He's my dog. But it hurt his heart when he really saw Malik Davis put out that chicken wing in San Francisco, right? And missed that block where Dak got sacked. And a lot of people didn't even know about that, but Coach Marv did his investigative research and was really doing a real job of explaining why Malik Davis likely didn't play. Because let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask every one of y'all this question too. I want y'all to think about this. If you Kellen Moore, who would you rather play? Zeke or Malik Davis?
It depends on the situation. Because if it's short, okay.
You thinking too deep. Just think about just how I asked it.
If I'm Kellen Moore, if I'm Landlord doing this, what you mean?
If you are Kellen Moore,
I don't want to be Kellen Moore, man. I don't want to be Kellen Moore. I'm just messing.
If you Kellen Moore and you think like Kellen Moore, who would you rather play in your offense?
You gonna play Zeke all day. Cause he the proven guy. He's trustworthy. He gonna be where he need to be. He gonna make the blocks. He gonna do everything. You know what I'm saying?
That's the biggest point. What you just said right there. Yeah. That last part. If you are Kellen Moore and you're pass happy, who do you want in there?
That extra pass pro, you definitely gonna have.
You want that dude that's gonna be a better blocker.
Yeah.
So because a lot of people keep saying Zeke disappeared when Pollard went down. Bro, let me just be honest with y'all. And because I'm being honest with y'all. Some people go tell y'all something that ain't jiving right.
Yeah.
No running back would have balled with just 4 touches. Zeke got only 4 touches after Pollard went down. Pollard himself couldn't have made a difference with just 4 touches.
Yeah.
So if you are selfish like Kellen Moore, who wanted to just pass the ball, right? It didn't matter who the running back was. The person that fit you the best, if you're a pass-happy OC, is Zeke. So it's almost like people thinking like, if we would have went out there with Malik Davis, he would have been more explosive. Maybe.
I can't lie. I think Malik would have helped us out though. Yeah.
But hear me out. If we had an OC that was willing to run the ball though, like Malik Davis wasn't gonna do nothing in no 4 carries. Stop it. Like, stop it. I don't care how much you love Malik Davis.
Oh, you're right though, because it is about the OC allowing you to be effective. So if he's not gonna run the football, ain't everybody doing it.
Okay, so let's talk about the 4 carries.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the 4 carries. When Zeke had his 4 carries, he had 5 on the first one, 6, then he had 3, then I think he had another 5. Would y'all be mad at that? That's almost a 5-yard average after Pollard went down, and one of them he converted for a first down with a bunch of people trying to tackle him.
Yeah.
It's just that you stopped running the ball. That's what really happened if you really go dissect that game and not really deal with the emotions of the game, where you thinking, oh yeah, Malik Davis could have been more effective. Listen, none of them dudes was gonna be effective if you don't got an OC that's gonna use it.
That's a good point. It's hard to argue with that, because but the only pushback I have to say is he did have a lot of rushing attempts, but he just didn't rush with the plan, with the purpose. You know what I'm saying? He just ran the ball just to get the stats up. I ran the ball this many times. Like I said the other day, man, this is the first time in Cowboy land for a while, bro, that we finna actually have a running scheme, a rushing scheme, instead of just running the ball a couple of miscellaneous plays. You know what I'm saying? We finna have a real plan that's going focused on a run scheme. And that we ain't seen that in Dallas in a minute. I even feel like Jason Garrett was just running the ball on people. Like, he was just gangster with the way he ran the ball. Jason Garrett, like, look, we better than y'all, and we finna run. Like, that's the way Jason Garrett mentality was. So it wasn't about no elaborate scheme with him either, in my opinion. It was like, look, our O-line is better than your D-line, and we finna run the ball. And you know that, and we're finna run. So that's his mentality. Yeah.
So, and this is the thing. This is what I'm fearing about Cowboy Nation, because I'm sensing a lot of pride in Cowboy Nation. I'm just being honest. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm telling you straight to your face.
Yeah.
I'm sensing a lot of pride with Cowboy Nation, especially against Zeke. So this is what I'm gonna say. All of us should be open for Zeke not to return and Zeke to return, right? It should be an openness, right? Because first of all, wash is not an excuse, because if you generate 875 yards on a bad leg with 12 touchdowns, that's a great wash, and I'm going to take that washed all day. Yeah. Every day, too. Okay? Plus, the physicality that comes with that wash. So, even as Zeke lowers, I already see him as a value.
Yeah.
But not only that, it's about being honest about what we getting ready to see in this training camp and these preseason games. Because Mike McCarthy is going to simulate it. He's going to simulate. He will come out there with Lukey. He go come out there with Ronald Jones. He go put them in short yardage situations. He go scenario where this is a big game moment, mojo moments, right?
Yeah.
And he go simulate how do they handle under that pressure, right? From practice to the preseasons, right? They're going to get their chance. Now, for everybody that's just swear we can just move on from Zeke, no problem, we gonna be fine. The only thing I need every one of us to do is just be honest with what we see. Me too. I got to do this too. So let's just say Hunter coming out there and he killing it. Y'all go see me do a full 180. Like a full.
Yeah.
You gonna see me turn all the way around. You gonna see me say, I was saying we needed Zeke, but based on what
based on new evidence, you know what I'm saying?
Based on new evidence, I'm willing to now say, Zeke, you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer because this young bull is showing me something. Right?
That's fair, man. That's fair. With new evidence, new evidence, you should be able to change your mind. You know what I'm saying? Right. If I say Jalen Tolbert finna go crazy this year, and then we see differently, it's like, hey, now you just got to be honest with yourself, or you gonna be delusional. You gotta with new information, your mind should be able to change, bro. That's just how it go.
Right.
Yep.
Right. And I'm telling y'all right now, I will do that. And I would do it in a heartbeat. I would be the first one to say, hey, I was saying pretty much all summer that Zeke, we need to bring him back. But based on what I'm seeing, it looked like they was right and I was wrong. Baiting on Hunter Luki and Ro Jones look like it's going to work. At this point, I don't think we need Zeke. I'll be the first person to say it if I'm seeing it, though.
That's the same thing I say when it comes to Schoonmaker. If Schoonmaker just, because I was upset when we drafted him. I'm just being real. But if he come out here and show me differently, I'm going to be like, hey, shout out to Schoon then, man.
Shout out to Schoon.
Straight up.
And y'all know me. I do eat crow shows.
I love to do
shows to where I was wrong.
I love to do it.
I do whole shows where I was wrong on this right here.
Yeah.
This right here.
That's the difference between somebody who actually pulling for their team. Because, the takes that's negative, I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I want them to prove me different. Yeah.
Oh, I want to be wrong, bro. With all my heart. I want all these running backs to come in here and make me look dumb, bro.
Yeah, facts.
I would as gladly accept that. I'd be like, you know what? Shout out to front office. They stuck to their guns. It was a lot of us that was wanting Zeke to come back because we were seeing a power back deficit in power situations and short yardage situations and in closeout situations. But based on what they just did and based on what we seeing, man, shout out to y'all for sticking with y'all knew was right.
Facts.
And I would say that openly, bro.
Yeah.
But can some of y'all do that, though? That's my question.
Look.
So if y'all see them come out and they the opposite. So you've been betting against Zeke this whole time. And let's say if you come out there and Hunter looking like, yeah, he was just D2. And it start looking like Deuce is just too little to be used in the power game, or if you go silent mouth, or you go get quiet, or you go keep your same anti-Zeke energy and put it on that bad idea that you was holding to. See, that's what I want to see, because we gonna all need to come together on whatever the real truth is once them pads come on.
Now, everybody ain't solid like that, man. Everybody ain't solid like that. Yeah.
See, because me and you would be solid.
Yeah.
Me and you would be solid. We would stand up like men and say we was wrong.
Facts.
We would stand, and I know you would, and I would too.
Yeah.
Because it's not about me, bro. It's not about Landlord. It's about the Cowboys.
Facts.
And sometimes we go be wrong, bro. That's part of the game. If we up here talking every day live with no commentary, no teleprompter, we gonna say something wrong at some point.
Facts.
It's just the game. But are we men enough? Are we humble enough? Can we go look at the evidence and then say, you know what? The evidence is against what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to join the facts of what I'm seeing. I'm not going to mute mouth because it's against what I've been saying. Because it's a lot of that's going on, and it happens all the time. A lot of us are ran by ego. Y'all done shitted on Zeke so much that it's going to be hard for some of y'all to even about face if we need it.
Even if you see him come in turning up. Yep.
Yeah, you gonna see him come in and turn up, and you gonna get quiet because of the vitriol of how you was coming at him, instead of just openly saying, hey, bro, I was wrong.
I was wrong.
And I accept it, and it's cool. Because guess what? We giving y'all grace on this show to do it, because we telling y'all now we gonna be wrong. We are wrong. But it's about, can we admit it? I know I can.
I say give us the same grace y'all give these other people. You know what I'm saying? Well, we gonna be wrong on some draft people. Y'all give what his name is, Mel Kiper and them all the grace in the world. Them boys been wrong.
Lord.
Them boys been wrong too. So y'all don't even troll them. So it is what it is. We gonna be wrong. This is part of the profession. So of course, when I'm wrong, I'ma stand on it. I'ma stand up here like a man and say, hey, I was wrong. If I was doing content back when we drafted LVE, I would have said, okay, that year after that, I'd have been like, hey, I was wrong because he turned up. I wasn't high on that pick. It's a lot of times I was wrong, but also it's a lot of times I was right. So we'll have to just see how it go. You know what I'm
saying? Hey, shooters, I need y'all to do me a favor. This dude's a car. Just kick him out. He getting on my nerves. You get on my nerves, dog. I just don't like you. I really don't. I see how you move. I see, cause like, listen, we had Clarence Hill on. He up here saying stuff like, "School them, Clarence." It's like, bro, like.
What kind of dude you is, man?
Listen, it's okay that we disagree. It's okay to disagree, but see, you're not gonna be disrespectful and goofy, bro. You're not gonna continue to just accuse me out of my character and other people out of their character that come give their heart, blood, and sweat. Yeah, shooters, I need y'all to shoot him. I'm just sick of him.
Say, kick him out of the church, man. Kick him out of the church.
Kick him out. Yeah, I'm sick of him. Yeah, I don't even want to see him no more. And my shooters already did it. He gone.
Look, what it be, man? It be them people who, I told you, when you see somebody hating for no reason, like, cause Boss ain't never met this man. Boss ain't never did none of this dude. But you want to hate from afar. So that be them people that be seeing us doing something great, bro, and they ain't got the courage to do it. So they just want to hate from the sideline. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got a problem with yourself, bro. Be a better person. Get your life together, man. Get your life together.
And I'm cool with disagreements, bro. There's nothing wrong with disagreements. But see, this is what I can't stand. Just because somebody disagree with you, you start name calling.
Yeah.
So when you say, like, when I'm making a real case for Zeke out of not love for Zeke, nothing personal, no fandom, just a football case. Then you get called names Zeke stands, Zeke supporter. It's goofy shit. It's like sometimes you have two smart people that just see it different. That's just what it is. But I'm still gonna respect you. See, this is the thing. Like, Landlord, how many times have you seen me and the OC go back and forth on this debate?
A lot.
Went at it, bro. Like, went at it, but it was never disrespectful. It was debating the ideas. It was no calling out of the person because they think different.
Bro, you know that show intellect. This finna be real quick. This show intellect, bro. If you gotta degrade me, if you gotta insult me and not my ideas, not my arguments, that shows how low IQ you are. You know what I'm saying? It's just simple as that. Yeah. If we having an intellectual discussion, what are you calling names for? That just shows how, you know, how low IQ you are. That's all.
Yeah, because, see, you got to be able to articulate your case. Like, articulate your case. Mm-hmm. Like, because, see, and this is the deal. I was not always for Zeke. I came around to this. Like, so if I was a Zeke stan or whatever y'all like to say, weird shit like that, then I would have always been riding for Zeke. I was originally like, we don't need Zeke. Yeah. And the OC was, too. And guess what brought OC around? What finally brought OC around is he said, and this is what brought me around even more too. Yeah. I said I went and I really researched Brian Schottenheimer's run scheme, and there's no way you can look at what he was doing at Seattle and not turn around and see Zeke as the perfect ideal fit.
I see ATM was saying that too. He said, man, this zone scheme will turn up Zeke.
Turn up Zeke. But you gotta go look at it. You literally gotta go. And I'm looking, and then I'm listening to my boy Jay Tuck and his breakdown, and great breakdown, by the way, on Brian Schottenheimer's run game and the use of a fullback. Okay, let's put it like this. Everybody that remember that used to love Zeke, didn't y'all love him more when he had a fullback in front of him?
Mm-hmm. Keith Smith.
Do y'all remember with Keith Smith? Yeah. See, you know, so it's one of those things that this is about having a real discussion. This ain't got nothing to do with no fanboy stuff and weird stuff. And like for instance, my boy Reggie J just said big game in you, boss. Like, me and Big Game James go at it.
Yeah.
But it's always respectful. Like, he really on the cook train. But guess what's starting to happen to me, Landlord? Guess what? What's starting to happen? I'm starting to come around the big.
Hey. And the people that watch me know me and West Coast will go at it, but it always be respectful. You know, sometimes me and ATM go at it. It's gonna always be respectful. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And sometimes we come around to each other. Sometimes I had to hear you all the way out. Sometimes I had to digest what you were saying.
Just like we had to get ATM because he was like totally out on Tyron Smith. Then we got to kept telling him our case, and then he like, well, yeah, like now he understand. Now he ride with the Tyron Smith train. Right. So sometimes you have to just talk it out and y'all come to an agreement. Y'all can, know what I'm saying, figure it out.
Yeah, and that's what I want us to do in the DC universe. Cause see, what I start seeing is it's too much kind of like people join cults based on similar ideas. Yeah. Right. And so it began to be the Pollard people versus the Zeke people bullshit.
It's separation everywhere.
It started being Dak versus Cooper Rush. Like we form camps and then we put down a flag on an opinion. Mm-hmm. I want DC Universe to learn to be kind of like more open to each other's differences. You know what I mean? That if we trying to really build a solid community, we should be trying to build people that where it's okay to agree. Yeah, the dude I kicked him out because he was a fool. He was goofy. It was nothing I was going to say that was going to ever stop him from name calling and being goofy. So, yeah, I shoot them types. I wish I had to shoot a buddy.
All I got is a bomb for you. I gotta give me some gun signs. I gotta give me some gun signs.
I wish I had the bomb button. Like I put it like this. I had to shoot a dude like that because I'd rather make an example out of you because you are showing what a fool does. Mm-hmm. Like I want the DC universe. It's not about everybody agreeing. It's more so about us being able to talk things out and articulate why you think the way that you do, because you might be right. Because if you're right and then I come around to you, guess what? I'm now pushing the idea that's best for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And that's what we should be in this for. We should be in this to push ideas that push us closer to 6, not ideas that make me look good or make me look like I'm the expert. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like it's not about that. It's like that's why you go see me. I promise you, if Hunter Lukey does his thing, you go be like, damn, boss, you was just saying you was wrong for me. I was like, yeah, I was.
hey, with new evidence. Trap. He said, yeah, you're right, I was. The key word is was. Yeah.
Was. I changed.
With new information, bro, you should be able to change your mind. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that, bro. Like everybody, the ideas gotta be challengeable, and if some shows to be different, you gotta ride with it, man. It is what it is.
It is. I got a super chat over here. My boy Common Sense said, "OG, we gotta look into Solar online sack records." Yeah, bro, I'm still Solara online sack records. See, you schooling me on something right there. Common Sense. See, you telling me something I don't even know about. Yeah. So what I'm gonna need you to do is DM me what you like, the details of what you're saying. And that's how we work together as a community, where you might be really on to something and I don't see it yet, but you help me see it. And you know what I'm going to do? What I'm going to do, Landlord? I'm
give him credit.
Do a whole show.
Do a show on and give him his credit.
I'm going to do a show. I'm going to give you credit on there. I'm going to be like, I was not thinking this. This thought came from Common Sense Lab. He sent me the evidence on this and I'm going to present it. Yeah. Because it's the community of ideas.
Shout out to Miss Patrice with the 199. She said, some won't want to listen, just want to complain. Yeah, facts. Some people ain't willing to be humble enough to change their mind. They just stubborn. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
What you got?
Tariq got the comment of the year.
Man, let's see what's going on.
He retracted it. No, he retracted it. Man, write that again, Tariq. I saw it though. He retracted it. It was perfect.
Man.
This is what Tariq said. He said, I always said when I was young that I wouldn't move out the hood, but then when I got old, I ran.
I got my shit, I was gone. Hey, that's Uncle Elroy right now. You know, I always said I wasn't going to leave out the hood, but when I got my money, I was gone.
Man, why you retract that, man? That was the comment of the day. Hey, I did have one more nugget that I pulled out from Clarence Hill. If you got time,
we got time. Go ahead.
We got about 5 minutes. I want to one of the things that, because the last question that I asked Clarence Hill, because what we doing on Boss Land today is we connecting the dots from the media. because obviously both of us have been pulling quality Cole interviews, The Final Word, and HTM, and you, Landlord, and West Coast, and Big, and like we've been pulling that in a lot of big interviews, right?
Shout out to the community real quick, man. Shout out to the new media, man. Shout out to the new media. Yes, sir.
Yeah, new media is doing their thing, like real talk, like all the guys too. Like obviously it's easy to just highlight what we're doing, but it's the whole community that's rocking. We all are making ourselves, like, in terms of like, we really took away the separation. It used to be a separation between new media and old media.
Yeah.
But now the separation is gone if you really know what you're looking at.
Hey,
I got two.
I was just about to say, ask them, if y'all don't know how good it is to be a Cowboy fan these days, ask the Eagles, do they get all this stuff we giving y'all?
Oh, wow. Look at this. My boy Weebo, who he done went here. Look where my boy Weebo done went. He said, some of our fans act like Trump supporters with all the evidence they say he not guilty. LOL. And then Big Gibbs said, if we gonna add a vet back, Zeke know the O already. Yeah, he basically saying Zeke already know the offense already. Yeah. You know, he
plug and play.
He plug and play. But I'm gonna say this: one of the biggest standouts also to me, and make sure I hit that like before I say this.
Yeah.
Because it's not enough likes in the building.
Wait a minute. Let's make them feel bad, because we got to get them likes up, man. Let's make them feel bad. I tell them every time, this how I look when I don't get my likes right, man. This how I look. Where is it? Yeah. I look like this. I get them likes up, man. Hit the like and share for your squad, man. You know,
we need our likes.
We look sad. Everybody's crying. You know what I'm saying? Don't make us look like this. Look at this one at the end, boss. That ugly cry, bro. Oh, you don't want me to look like that, man. Hit that like button. Hey, tell her hit that like button for the squad, man. Go ahead.
So one of the big things that stood out to me from looking, because you know, when you put it all together, right? When you listen to all the guys that was on our channels, Michael Gelkin, when you listen to Aisha Morrison, when you listen to Clarence Hill, Kevin Gray, where you just put just all of them guys together, and you know, the common thing that's been coming out from every one of them, because see, especially Clarence Hill, because Clarence Hill said this is very important what I'm getting ready to say to y'all. Clarence Hill called these mini camps and stuff glorified walkthroughs. Okay, he called them glorified walkthroughs, right?
Yeah.
So he said with glorified walkthroughs, you really not gonna see much. But I said, all right, even with that though, who would you say that you betting on to be the breakout guy? And he looked down. And he looked up and he said, do we have to be a rookie? And you know, I got interested then. I'm like, now speak your mind.
Yeah.
We want to hear it.
Go on, Cook.
You said it.
Oh, he cooking. Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks. You said it. That's how you know it's magic. You know, right there. It's magic. You know what I'm saying? The common denominator that I've been hearing from every one of them, Brandon Cooks is gonna be one of the biggest keys to offense. Like Landlord, he looked down. Clarence Hill looked down. He thought about it. He looked up. Like, you know that look like.
Yeah, he's like, man.
Yeah.
Like he trying to let you see how real he is from his eyes. Like, look, listen to me now. He put the dramatics with it.
But the reason why it meant more to me coming from Clarence, because Clarence been here since '97.
Yeah.
He saw speed.
So he ain't finna wee-woo you. Yeah.
And he know what speed is on that practice field.
No Kool-Aid either. And once you been around that long, you ain't drinking no Kool-Aid. Yeah.
He saw Deion speed. He saw Galloway speed. He saw 4.2 type speed.
Yeah.
So when he looked up and he said, when was the last time we had somebody with real breakaway speed? And that's coming from Clarence Hill, y'all.
That ain't no joke.
So
let me get Miss Patrice in real quick. Shout out to Miss Patrice with the $9.99. She says, female doesn't mean there is no football knowledge. We can't tell one how to fandom, but like I said, people just want to freaking complain. Yeah, she absolutely right, man. Like, some people will never be happy. It don't matter what go on, man. Some people are just negative people, and they just gonna be pissed off every day. I got a little joke I do. It seems like I don't know who pissed in your Cinnamon Toast Crunch, sir. It wasn't me, man. It wasn't me, man. Look, and then I be trolling these people. When they get onto my stuff and troll, I might say a different cereal brand every time, man. I don't know who did it, bro. Because it wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? Who pissed in your Raisin brand, man? I didn't do it, sir. I'm sorry. So, you know,
it wasn't me, sir.
It wasn't me, sir. You know what I'm saying? Some people just wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Both sides of their bed are just wrong. So I don't know what to do to them. You know, you just got to ignore them at some point, Miss Patrice. Just let them be. But, yeah, now that's very interesting. Let's get back to the content. That's very interesting.
You know I got to get a haircut in 20 minutes.
Yeah, this finna be real swift then.
All right, cool.
Brandon Cooks, I think, like I said, I think the timing when we got Cooks, it kind of threw a lot of people off because we got him so early in free agency. It's just like, because we ain't used to that. And now they trying to, like, it's kind of like it's getting overlooked. Him and Stephon Gilmore. We got them so early, it's just like the hype then kind of died down, and now they being overlooked. I got something to tell you, bro. Them boys is finna make a huge difference on this football team. Huge difference. Huge difference. And I'm telling you, with Dak and Brandon Cooks, sir, man, y'all just don't know, bro. Y'all just don't know. Them boys finna cook, man.
Yeah, they not really selling. Like, if they was on another team, we would all know the impact of what's getting ready to happen. Mm-hmm. You're right.
Yeah.
So, man, I all I can say, man, is at the end of this, because we not even done yet. We got some heavy hitters even coming next week.
Facts.
We putting Vach in the mix next week. He gonna be in on Tuesday.
Let's get it, man. Shout out to Vach and Sky coming in, man. That's what's up.
Sky coming on Wednesday, so
we got to get them boys in the trap one day, you know.
yeah. And you know, it's a lot of people been calling for all of us to try to figure out how to come together.
Yeah.
So let me just explain so everybody understand. Like, all of us have separate schedules. All of us are always pumping out content. It's very hard for us sometimes to stop the routines that we're in to collab.
Facts.
You know, so I'm happy that, you know, we was able to take during this time some time to really kind of collab with other guys like Vach and like Sky, you know, and guys that we've collabed with before. It's just sometimes it just take time. It's just letting y'all know it just take time. Like me and Landlord, how long did it take us to finally get in this routine, dog?
Yeah, well, shit, it been about 6-7 months, ain't it? We've been talking for a while. Yeah.
But now that we in the routine, it's nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to actually kick the routine off, it took us some time.
Yeah.
So, and then also just.
And this just the beginning. This just the beginning. Yeah.
And I'm gonna just tell you, we've already invested in the Boss Land. So once you put your money on, it's like golf clubs. Once you invest in you go play golf.
Absolutely.
Once you go pay $700 from some clubs, you go play.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? And some training, you gonna play.
You gonna play. You know, so
yeah.
So we done put our money where our mouth is on Boss Land. So y'all gonna see some major upgrades in the Boss Land. Y'all gonna see some quality, some sexy. We've been saying it, but now the money is spent now.
Yeah.
You know, so it's, you know, so we got a lot of stuff that's coming, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. What we got coming in the next 2 weeks.
Don't do it like that, Bob. Don't do it like that, man.
Yeah, in the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna just put it now. It's not the next 2 weeks, it's the next 3 weeks. In the next 3 weeks, I'm gonna put it like this. What's getting ready to happen is gonna make what we just did nothing.
Yes,
I did.
Hey man.
All these fire interviews y'all been getting. Listen, the DC universe is a very real thing.
It's finna go crazy. It's finna get real scary for them haters, man.
It's very powerful when we put our pride aside and come together.
Facts.
And it's listen, y'all. I'm just gonna tease it a little bit.
Just a little bit. You don't even know. You don't even want to. Hey, it's like he said, the interviews and the stuff that we've been doing on our separate channels. He been bringing in the media people. We've been bringing in some players and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Let's just say it's gonna be a great merge, and it's gonna be crazy. You know what I'm saying? All we need is y'all support, man. This is all coming from y'all support. You know what I'm saying? Y'all help us do this stuff. Y'all motivate us to actually get up out of our household and go do things. So, you know, long as y'all support us, man, I'm going to make sure we bring y'all some of the best content we possibly can. And, man, I got some things working in the background as well. You know, it ain't that super official just yet, but, hey, you know your boy cooking, man. Your boy cooking, man. It's very close. It's very close. So we just need y'all support, man. It's a lot of stuff coming in the future. And, man, I'm just excited. I'm just blessed. I feel good that the nation didn't embrace your boy so quickly, man. So I do appreciate y'all too, man. But I'm telling you, don't make no mistake about it. We working out here, man. We working out here for y'all. We working. But, man, I know you got to get up out of here, man. If they been living under a rock, maybe they don't know who you are. But make sure you let the people know where to find you at, Mr. Boss.
Yeah, Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matter, man. And I'm going to just tell y'all, like, I really try to do this for the right reasons. And I'm honest enough to tell people what I really feel. Hopefully you learn to respect that about me. Every now and then, we're going to disagree, you know, but over time, to the people that follow my channel, they do know that even when we disagree, that I mean well. And I know y'all mean well. So what I try to make sure that happens over at my channel is that we might have passions on different opinions, but I want us to reason it out. And I want all of us to do it together. So for anybody that don't know about Boss Cowboy Sports yet, or maybe you heard the wrong thing about me, I would say just give me a chance. And if you give me a chance, I'm going to really work hard not to disappoint you. I'm not going to be perfect. At some point, I'm going to piss you off because every one of us disagree at some point. Our friends do. Yeah. Our friends do. So just keep an open heart. I'm going to keep an open heart with you. And let's continue to just push our deals. Let's go move us closer to 6.
Absolutely.
Got something to say. That's all I got to say.
Hey, man, that's what we on, man. And, you know, if y'all new to my channel over there on Boss Cowboy Sports, I go by Landlord from Alabama, man. I'm a very genuine guy, you know what I'm saying? I just try to give it to you how I can give it to you. It's no fabrication. I am who I am. And, you know, I'm strong on my opinions. I'm strong with the K, you know how I say, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just keep it solid as possible, man. I don't lie to you. I don't fabricate. I don't sugarcoat. I just tell you how like it is and how I get down, man. So if y'all rocking with the vibes, man, we need y'all to hit that like, share, subscribe, support the content, man, because we coming at they throats. And like we said, you already know.
If the South got something to say, that's all I got to say.
Let's get it, man. But this is Boss Land, man. Hey, we appreciate all the love and support. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. It is free. And y'all have a good rest of y'all day. Let's get it. Appreciate you, Mr. Boss Cowboy, man. It's Boss Land, baby. Let's get it. Y'all hit that like and share for the squad. Let's get it. Hey, who want to hear the greatest? If y'all want to hear the greatest, give me some greatest in the chat. I crank the greatest up after this. We just vibing on a Trap Thursday, you understand? If I get 2 or 3 greatest comments in here, we'll ride it out with the greatest. Let me see. Somebody want to hear the greatest on the way out? It don't look like it. So we're gonna ride this thing on now. But y'all know, man, I appreciate all the love and support, man. Y'all have a good day. And like I say, well, I got a couple greatest. I ride a verse out then, because y'all don't really like it. Like, y'all ain't want it like that. But we are the greatest, man. I appreciate all the love and support. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Law Nation, man. Law got this song trending in Cowboy Nation, man. Shout out to Big Law. Let's get it.
And this is greatness defined.
Let's
every
go.
Line is divine, verses boggle your mind. And every song, man, I swear just
get better with time.
No matter how much shade they throwing, I still manage to shine.
Let's
don't know why
get
they
it.
so obsessed with mine.
I'm all they think about.
Go in their house, they probably got my pics in a shrine.
Dang.
I never let these
play me.
They see us ballin', now they wanna switch teams
Like KD.
I know my time coming, I guess I'ma wait and see.
I'm too cocky and confident that humble ain't for me, Lord.
Help me with my egotistical ways,
But I'm amazed how they display such miserable hate.
I never paid attention to what most to say.
They words are unimportant like prepositional phrase. They wanna see me crash and burn in a ridiculous blaze, but yet I rise like the phoenix. Show these people I'm great, and I know these haters can't stand me.
We'll take a seat.
I do it for the family. Bring the block to the
Grammys.
and if you try to stop me, you need a plan B. Yeah.
I just do it for the real.
Let's
if you
go.
Ain't from the bottom, you ain't get how I feel.
Let's go.
The odds, go hard, chase meals.
Let's get it.
You make it. Show 'em all you the greatest.
We
I'm the
rockin',
great
baby.
young poet, got flow flowing, it's mind
Let's
blowing.
go.
I'm flamboyant when brainstorming, it's fair warning.
Yeah.
For my opponents that will be mourning before the morning.
Every beat I eat and destroy, that's what the fans wanted.
The hot topic, you try to copy, that's hard stopping.
Yeah.
I'm a giant when rhyming and y'all microscopic.
I got them watching and they believe in me like a prophet.
Cause the pics I'm cropping
These masterpieces, they photoshopping.
I'm from the bottom.
Let's go.
By the avenue, so I gotta pay homage to the hood
To show my gratitude.
And then my attitude is similar to an animal.
These ain't half as cool, I got different levels to tap into.
I am the truth.
These people know that I kill it.
These are God level lyrics.
I should be on Mount Olympus.
My music therapeutic
To the real spirit like it came from ancient Kemet. Ain't nobody messing with me, I'm the great.
Yeah, I know these haters can't stand me.
Well, take a seat.
I do it for the family. So
Bring the block to the
Grammys.
and if you try to stop me, you need a plan B. Yeah.
I just do it for the real.
If you ain't from the bottom, you ain't get how I feel.
To go against the odds, go hard, chase meals, let the doubters see you make it and show 'em all you the greatest. I'm the greatest.
And not only am I the greatest, we are the greatest. You know they hate us because they ain't us. You know them haters want to try to suppress our success, but nevertheless, we pass every single test with flying colors like no other. And like I say, 1K, 1 love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go.